Hi, Aletha here with Create Your Future. A viewer asked, how do I change my specific person? And the answer is relatively simple. It's all in your concept of that person. So it all comes back to you. It's not something that you do externally. It's something you do internally. It has everything to do with how you view that person in your life in relationship to you, which is then related to your own personal self-concept. We're going to talk about all of that in just 1 second, but first, just to remind you that Create Your Future is giving away a free course, How to Find Your Blocks to Manifest Anything Fast. I have courses available. You can check all of that out. It's in the description below. And then also I do one-on-one coaching. It's on sale right now, 50% off. So check it out. I would love to work with you and help you work through whatever it is you are desiring to manifest. Okay, so now we have this person, our specific person, a person that matters greatly to us, and we don't like their behavior. We want to change them. Maybe we just want to change them from thinking that they don't want us anymore, from thinking that they need time and space away from us, whatever it is, or from being with another person so that there's a third party in the mix. So it all comes back to you. Everything does, because this is your quantum bubble reality. And in your quantum bubble reality, no one has any free will. No one can decide what they're going to do. You decide what they're going to do. And they must conform to your thoughts, to your choices, because in their own quantum bubble reality, they're making their own choices and no one else has any free will. But in yours, everything and everyone must comply to what it is that your heart's designed, because you're the only one with free will in your consciousness. This is your consciousness. So you can relax and be at ease, and you can create that person to be anything you want them to be in your life, knowing that you're not taking anything away from them or anyone away from them, because in their own quantum bubble reality, they have and can be and do anything they choose, but it's in their consciousness. But in your consciousness, they must conform to you and to your thoughts, your wishes, your desires. They have no control. You're the one in control. It's kind of like the playwright. You write the play, you direct the play, you script it, you block it. You're the person in charge of all the characters on the stage. You don't like the way the character's behaving. You wrote it. All you got to do is rewrite it, and that person will show up on stage exactly as you have rewritten it or rescripted. So that's how this works with changing your specific person. You don't do anything outside of yourself. That only causes more ego issues, right? Because you're giving them power that they don't really have. You're saying to them, you have the impression that you can't have what you want until they change, and you're going to do everything in your power to help them change, right? Well, it doesn't work that way. Externally, where you talk to them and you try all the little dating techniques and the man, woman, 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 man thing that, in relationships that are supposed to get the other person to fall madly in love with you or miss you or want you, and in your absence, and you leave them for a while, and they're going to miss you and they're going to come begging for you. I'm not talking about anything external. I'm talking about everything internal, where you just do one thing. You start seeing them differently. They're going to show up different. So if you see them as the person who loves you, adores you, wants to be with you, is totally and completely excited and happy and wanting desperately to be committed to you and spend the rest of their lives with you, if you have that concept of that person, that's how that person thinks and feels, then that's exactly how they're going to start thinking and feeling, no matter what they're saying right now in your current 3D reality. It's not about what's going on in the current 3D reality. That is an illusion. It's not real. It's only temporary. It's just a reflection from your past thoughts that have been projected out of you and now are being reflected back. So in this very moment, if you change your thoughts from them not wanting me, them ghosting me, them needing time away from me, whatever it may be, to they love me, adore me, they want to be with me, they are so excited and happy to be in a committed, loving relationship with me. You change your thoughts to that then will be projected out and then reflected back to you and become your next 3D reality. That's the way it works. And so if you want to change somebody, you change your thoughts first about that person and how they relate to you. Instead of thinking someone is going to respond with a no, a rejection, and you just keep thinking about that all the time, or you keep focusing on what's going on in the current 3D reality, please let that go. Do not do that. Do not live in the 3D, kind of like you're walking down two different streets. Inside, you're walking down the street that says, I am with my SP, and we're happy and blissful and committed to one another. In the 3D currently, right now, is a street that says the opposite, but you're not paying attention to that. You are only paying attention to what's going on in your head that says we are together and we love each other and we're committed to one another. And so you have to do that. You have to change your concept of how that you view them. You have to view them as someone who wants to be with you, someone who's not from the current 3D where they're not wanting you, they're ghosting you, they've been gone for a while, maybe they're dating other people, whatever it is, and you keep thinking about that and thinking about it and thinking about it, and guess what? It keeps showing up. Or do you have a concept in your mind that people love you and love you and love you, and then after a while they start to get disinterested in you and move on to other things and other people, and you're left alone, that you have a history of that. Stop thinking that. Change that concept to that everybody that I am with loves me, and it's a forever relationship until I decide I don't want it anymore. You make the choices. And so, or if I can't trust, I'm not good at trusting, I can't trust the person. Yes, you can. You're in control of that person. You can tell them what to say and do. So you know exactly what they're going to say and do. If you live from your power, then you can trust it, right? Because you know they're going to be faithful to you. You know they're going to honor you. They're going to respect you. They're going to show up for you because you're in control of them. They don't have any control in your reality. You are the only one with that control. They have no free will. They must conform to your thoughts. So send them thoughts. You change of wanting to be with you. That's changing your concept of them from not to having. So from not wanting to be with you to they love being with you and they spend all their free time with you. They want to be in a relationship with you. Change the concept to whatever it is that you want them to be, however you want them to show up in your reality. And then you have to live from that. You have to live in that state of consciousness internally, nothing external. You don't have to worry about a phone call. You don't have to worry about text. You don't have to worry about social media and who's doing what and all that stuff. No, stop all of that. Let it go. That's what we drop. That's what we drop. Okay, we decide what we want. We imagine it. We choose the concept of that person that we want to live from, and we drop the 3D, the negative stuff that's taking place currently in your 3D, and you live only from having what you want. You have that person. You wake up in the morning feeling wonderful. You go to sleep at night laying beside them in your mind. You get lonely for them, close your eyes, and imagine you're with them, that you're doing something together. Stay in that state of consciousness that says, I have them. And you can apply this to everything, not just a specific person. There was a viewer that asked about to get someone to like me. It's the same thing. You just start assuming they like you. You change your concept that they don't like me to they like me. I've done this many times in work situations, and I've shared it on videos. So and it happens quickly, happens very quickly. I've changed the mind of people. I've changed people's mind from wanting something from me that I didn't feel comfortable with to totally changing their mind and moving on to something even better for themselves and me. So you have that power, and it didn't take weeks, didn't take months. It took a day or two for a lot of it. So, but you've got to stay in the state of consciousness that says, I already have that person, that they already love me, they adore me. Of course they love and adore me. Isn't it wonderful how beautiful and blissful our relationship is, and that they're so happy and so excited about being in a loving, committed relationship with me and only me. And if there's a third party, stop thinking about them. They can't exist. You see, nothing exists unless we're aware of it. So if you stop becoming aware of the third party or parties, they have to disappear because you're not giving them any energy. Everything is energy. When it's where your energy goes is what shows up. So if you're thinking about that person and you're feeling sad and you're feeling betrayed and hurt, whatever you might be feeling, you're human, that's normal. But you got to stop that and say, okay, now I'm moving into what I do want, and I'm going to feel those feelings. And those feelings are that it's just exclusively my SP, and me. And you don't think about the other person or persons at all. Just you and your SP. And you have a vision in your mind of the two of you being together, doing something, whatever it is. And you live internally with the feeling that you are with that person already, with your SP, and that they love you and adore you. That's how you change them. You want them to start doing certain things in your life. You want them to be more attentive, to bring you flowers. All you have to do is start living from the concept that they always bring me flowers. They're always surprising me with special things. I mean, and they give me no occasion gifts, you know, and whatever it is, you get to choose what that person does. If they have a nasty habit that you don't like, change it to them not having that habit anymore, and it will show up that way. If you are persistent and you choose persistently to ignore the current 3D reality. We don't live from what is. We live from the vision of what it is our heart desires. We live from having it now. It's ours now. If you need help with any of this, further explanation, then please feel free to schedule a coaching session with me, and I would love to work with you. Blessings.